Just when I thought it was safe to go back in the water. Oh well! At least, as that scientist lady stated, sharks don't take things personally. She is 100% right! Right? Right?
Welcome to the horror show. To realize there is nowhere to run. There's no game to try. Paranoia is getting alive. Welcome to the horror show. To realize there is nowhere to run. There's no game to try. Obsessions rule your mind.
Da-dum, 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 da-da-da. Jaws 2. A sequel to a movie that didn't even need a sequel. But I'm glad there is one. Or more like 3. After the umpteenth time I watched Jaws as an 8-year-old kid, I found out a year later when I was a 9-year-old kid that there was a sequel. Hell! There are 3 sequels to this movie, as I just stated. Why am I stating that again? I don't know. So naturally, I got a ride to my local Blockbuster, rented the VHS. Oh, the good old VHS. Let's watch the movie again. Let me just rewind the whole movie and wait for it to rewind. I don't feel like it. Let's pop in the DVD, man. This is getting kind of old. Outdated. Shut up! I was 9 years old when I started watching the sequels, and I was 11 when I finished them. Seeing as how I felt Jaws 3 had too dark of a tone for me, which it does, but I'm not scared of it now. I was just too young for that kind of darkness. Anyways, Jaws 2 feels like a bigger, more modern, and has a newer shine to it than I can appreciate that. You can tell that the town, Brody, has taken a hard hit because of the shark in the first movie. I do like the fact that no one believes there's a second shark, because what are the odds of something like that happening again? Or 3 more times. Jaws 2 has a very similar plot to the first Jaws movie, except this time not only does no one believe Brody, but there are sailors taking a journey out into the ocean, and his 2 sons went along for the ride, as well as this crazy screaming woman. Damn it! Now it's up to Brody to save the day. And the crazy screaming woman. Now, spoilers. I do admit, though, that the way they killed the shark in this movie, while not being as awesome as the first one's death, is much more plausible. Haven't you seen Mythbusters? There you go. And spoilers. The score in this movie has a much more pleasant feel to it rather than the dark tune from the first movie. And it possibly is the score that Steven Spielberg wanted to use in the first movie, but nevertheless, it is very well done by John Williams, such a great composer. This movie also has the highest body count of the franchise. 7 dead, mind-boggling to the head. Wow. Which, when you think about it, 7 people isn't really that big of a body count. There could have always been 1 more. The special effects were decent, but I do feel, personally, that the shark animatronics are better this time around rather than the first one, mainly because of the awesome burn scar the shark gets. Also, I feel that since they now know how to work the shark better underwater, it made it easier to show the shark scenes with it. Even though a bit more suspense would have been nice. But it is definitely more modern than most 70s movies. I feel that it is on the level of modern next to Prophecy, the 1979 flick. It's Man-Bear Pig! Actually, it's Bruce the Shark. Who's that? If you watch my review for Prophecy, the 1979 flick, you'll get why I said that in the review, because it's kind of in that review, so check it out. The acting was brilliant, for the most part. The few downsides I can find with this film is the lack of suspense. Well, maybe because there's not as much suspense as the first film, but there's still enough suspense, but not enough at the same time. The teenagers acting like teenagers were played by actual teenagers and not 20 to 25-year-olds, which I feel makes them more annoying. And the fact that this movie is not the first It didn't need to be made. One good bite doesn't always deserve another. Or 3 more. You know, unless they can further the plot along. Overall, I give Jaws 2 a 4 out of 5. It is a worthy attempt at a cash grab that investors and fans can easily prosper from, and I feel that it works on quite a few levels. I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Movie Reviews. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below, and to leave comments and subscribe. Well, I also read the novel that was adapted for this movie, and I think that character was even in there. She wasn't as annoying as she was in the movie. Makes logical sense.